Hi, Rick. Thanks for talking to me today.
I'm happy to be here.
Let's get started. Okay, so I'll start with a simple one. What's your writing process?
The writing process is usually me obsessing over a melody or a title, or like when I get an idea, I just can't stop thinking about it. And sometimes people will say, "Oh, the song happened in 30 minutes," or for me, it takes me months to write a song. I'm walking around thinking about it, trying lyrics, trying melodies, trying things. So the process usually starts with a melody that I can't get out of my head, or a title that I know I want to write about.
Mm-hmm, cool. So it could be both. It could be like the melody gets in your head, or you think of cool lyrics and you start it that way.
Yep. Usually, kind of lightning in a bottle. Like lightning will strike in my brain, and I won't be able to stop thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've always told personal stories in your music with a streak of motivational and empowerment messages. Where do you think you get this drive to want to empower and inspire other people?
I just know that life isn't easy, and people are struggling, and I think it started where I grew up. I think where I grew up, everyone struggled, and I think that I was always able to, even when I was young, I had like a positive energy, or like a lot of energy, and I was always able to kind of like encourage my friends or my family, or like my mom always used to say, like, dude, you're just like a ball of energy. So I feel like I've always felt that extra, almost too much energy that I have, that I was like, I can share some with the world. And I love that it's through music, and I realized a couple of times in my career there would be moments where a fan would come up to me and tell me what they were going through, and some are on the edge, some are at the very end of their run, some are on the brink of wanting to leave Earth. And when you realize that your song can change someone from feeling like that, that's a real hit song. You get songs that make you money, you get songs that people love to sing along to, but when you're out there and your songs are keeping people on Earth, there's nothing more important than that. So when I write songs, I try to write them to make sure that they can connect to the fans.
Oh, that's awesome. How do you listen and enjoy other music while you're trying to write your own? Like, I've always wondered this. Are you afraid of getting influenced by another tune, or does it inspire you? Like, do you try to stay away from listening to other stuff?
Not at all. I think I love listening to music. I just turned it off. I just I turn off that like what you're saying, like I turn off the ability to not be overly influenced, but enjoy what I'm listening to. And I love listening to music with my kids. I love getting in the car and they're always playing their songs, and I'm learning kind of new music all the time. So
that's going to come good in handy for a question I have later.
I totally enjoy music, and I just turn that side off.
Yeah, that's cool. So you've been a touring band for 20 years now, and you've kind of alluded to this already, but you always give all in your shows. You always have so much energy. What keeps you motivated and energized? I feel like you kind of answered that.
Well, I think a couple of things. I think keeps me motivated is we travel all over. We drive 8 hours to get to shows sometimes. The last thing you want to do is drive 8 hours, spend an entire day in a venue, loading in on stage, and then sucking. So you're up there with three other guys who put all that work in to get there, and you want to make sure you show up and deliver. And then once you get up there, you feed off the energy of the fans, which is a whole nother thing. So I feel people's energy. So when the fans are giving it back to me, it gives me even more to put back out. So there's multiple factors. And then also, we're hard on ourselves. When I do anything, I want to be great at it, right? If you were to be like, let's throw this little red ball into a cup, like I've never done it before, but I want to win. I want to do it, right? I want to be good at it. So I'm supposed to be the best at writing songs. So I think I would say that I want to be great at that the most.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think your fans appreciate it for sure. So do you have any Detroit stories or memories from your touring here? You've been here so many times.
I have so many Detroit memories. I think we played with 3 Days Grace here, and we had an insane night.
That's when we met.
Yep. And then me and Andrew went to a Tigers game together, and that was just a great night. It was a beautiful night. We were out there at a baseball game. I'm with one of my best friends. So, yeah, I've got great memories coming to Detroit, and then I've got some memories that'll really help build the kind of foundation for how much work we put in. I played every venue here. I-9. I played bars that have been condemned.
Yeah.
You know, so we really earned our keep.
That's true. You've played all sizes here. Sanctuary is a small place in Hamtramck.
Yep.
You play at Machine Shop a lot. You've
Yeah.
played at Fillmore. We're at St. Andrews now. That's for sure. So yeah, you've told me before you grew up in Philly, and I think you said it was kind of rough there. You then you were happy for the chance to move to Vegas. How would you say these places you've lived have inspired your writing?
I would say that it makes you tough, right? Like when I'm not sensitive to criticism, I'm not sensitive to hardships. You know, something goes wrong, I can usually just try to find a solution and power through it. And I think that's my upbringing. I think it's growing up tough. Mm-hmm. I think you're resilient. You know, when you grow up in a bit of a tougher situation. So I've gotten knocked down. Getting back up is pretty easy to me, and continuing to plow forward, and almost like a Rocky Balboa. Just you get knocked
Right.
down, you get back
Right.
up until you win.
And that's what a lot of your songs are about too.
It's just that's how I was raised.
Yeah, that's awesome. Who would be your dream artist to collaborate with, or have you already?
Dream artist to collaborate with? I haven't yet. No. I don't know. That's a really tough question. Unfortunately, I'd have to say, and I hung out with him for an entire day, but I would have loved to collaborate with Ozzy,
Okay.
and I might have had a chance had I been more aggressive approaching it, because we actually became friends. Like we weren't super tight friends, but I went to his house and I hung out with him all day. We went to lunch together. Mm-hmm. I was in the studio with him, and we were he's playing me his new album, and he was checking out my debut album. So that would have been great.
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, I mean, that was nice that you had that time with him too.
It's a great memory.
Yeah. So you have a really strong voice, kind of throaty. It's perfect for rock. When did you discover you could sing?
I could always sing. I mean, I used to sing for girls in high school to try to get them to go out with me. So
that's how it started.
I didn't overdo it. I didn't overuse the skill, but I really kind of was trying to court a girl. I'd be like, I'll sing. I'll sing for you. No, I love to sing. I think singing is emotional. I think sometimes it helps me to sing.
So I always like to know this. You kind of talked about it before, but what bands are you into now, and is there anybody we'd be surprised you're listening to?
Yeah, my kids got me into Forrest Frank. I took my daughter to see him in concert, and we had the best night ever. And then I just saw Phil Wickham and Brandon Lake, and I took my daughter to that, and that was great. And I'll jam out to all those artists in the car regularly. And then even Tyler, the Creator. Mm-hmm. My youngest daughter plays Tyler, the Creator in the car, and me and her jam, man. So
that's awesome.
It's fun.
Is there anything else you want to say? Anything about new music coming out? Where are you going to go next?
Yeah, we're always working on new music. Our new record's a banger. I mean, it's got slamming tracks on it. It's going to be one of our best. I just want to thank the fans. It's been a long career. It's been a blessed career. I'm grateful, and I'm still hungry just to prove to myself that what I'm capable of. So I'm still trying to be my best.
You should write a song called "Still Hungry."
Yeah, right. Maybe I will.